my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Running back, running back, running back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you back.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I old age, somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 1 3.
Jackson. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Saints. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And on the grandest of stages, with a whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However,
doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
or exactly right. Turn them out, that play's over.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 5-9.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready. You ready? 53. Hey, easy. Bring it, guys. Fight. Hey, let go. All day.
Here's Breeze to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
51 the mark, boy. 51. Silver. Hey, orbit.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
12.
They run. It's Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Demario Davis there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And an alley to run. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, blitz coming And down he goes. Demario Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
But no chance to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Latavius Murray. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. 13. Small. 52. 52 the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They run with Murray. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? 5-9. Kill. 5-8. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 51 Mike.
Breeze now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready? 280. Get ready. Get ready.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 36 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got it.
Deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score, Saints 21, Ravens 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now a carry for Lindsey. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, it's Grant. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 41, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 41 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 5-1. Hey, Alpha. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Here we go, here we go. Bring it.
Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Justin Houston, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Mike 7. Mike 51, Mike 51. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Kill.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. A touchback.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
36.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Shrugs off another, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, easy. Hey, exit. Hey, easy. 52 by 52. We own it. We own it.
Now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. And some room to maneuver. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 50 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Kill. 21.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Again, it's Kamara. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Ready, yellow lady. Right here, guys. Fight for the kill.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They come out here in the eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. Stip. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Returnable for Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, kill. Mike 51. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check. Here we go. Check tight. Mike 51. Kill. On. Bravo. 51. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Over. Man up, kill. 51. Mike 51. All day.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. Check.
On the ground, Kamara. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
We'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. "14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans."
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A busy night continues for Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, easy. Let him.
On third down. Here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Here comes Grant on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 61 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And they will take a knee here.
Freeze on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.